So today we're going to be doing a grounding practice because it's been really windy in the last couple of days. So it's nice when there is a lot of wind outside to do something that brings us back to the ground, to earth. So in this practice, we're going to be paying a lot of attention to our feet, and we're going to do some work with our toes. If you don't feel that you are able to connect to your toes very well, don't be worried, it's normal, okay? They are really far away from your brain. So the message sometimes struggles to get as far as that in an efficient manner, okay? It is just a matter of practice. So we're gonna do a few kind of dexterity exercises with our toes. And if you get any cramping on the fascia of your feet, which sometimes happens, especially when it's cold outside, just relax. Stop the exercises. If you can reach your feet with your hands easily, then give them a little massage. If not, just give it a moment to relax and let the fascia and the muscles of the feet to soften a little bit, okay? We are going to do quite a bit of work standing as well today, okay? If you don't feel up to standing, just try and reproduce what we're doing, just sitting down and see how you get on. So you won't get the full benefit of the practice, but you will still get some benefit, okay? And I will show you some modifications you can do sitting. What else are we doing? We're not doing a great amount of twisting today, just a little bit, just in the warm-up and cool-down sections of the practice. But if you do have issues with your back, your lower back especially, just move gently and make sure that you listen to your body. And if there are any movements that you've either been advised not to do, or if you do, it makes you feel uncomfortable, then stop and just pause and relax. Okay, we don't spend a lot of time just being. Okay, so that will be your chance to just be. Okay, so we're gonna get started sitting, and today we're gonna also do a little bit of a mudra practice. Mudras are gestures that we do with our hands, and we're gonna close the practice with a tree-inspired meditation. Okay, so a little bit of visualization. Okay, so let's get started. I think we're all here now. Let me just see. Okay. Okay, we're going to start with, as usual, just taking a seat and finding our way into our practice space. So find a nice, comfortable seated posture. And if you can at all, avoid slouching and making your spine nice and tall. Okay, try and have your spine nice and tall. Of course, if you have some issues going on with your back, find a comfortable position. Again, we're just going to take a few moments relaxing here on our chair. And just to add to our grounding practice today, we're going to take the Bhu Mudra. Bhu Mudra. This is a sign that we do with our hands, and it connects us to the earth element, so it makes us feel more grounded. It's very simple. We just stick the peace fingers out, okay, and then we just gently rest them on our thighs. If for any reason this is not comfortable for your hands, just relax your fingers out and just have the palms of your hands down on your thighs. Keep your chest nice and broad. And once you've settled here, close your eyes for a few moments. Let your breath settle. And let your body settle on the chair. Just creating a parenthesis, a small gap between the busyness of your day and your practice, so that you can be fully present here. Now, as you slowly settle into stillness, try and ask yourself, where are your feet? Where are your feet? And see if you can really feel the location of where your feet are. The soles of the feet, the top of the feet, your toes, your heels. And then really feel the connection between the soles of your feet and the ground underneath you. See if you can hold your concentration just for a couple of breaths on feeling your feet where they are, exactly where they are. Perfectly still and in contact with the ground. Keep your hands relaxed on your lap, your elbows softly hugging your waist. Let your arms be heavy. And then do the same for your sit bones. Where are your sit bones? Bringing your awareness firmly onto the contact between your sit bones and the chair. Perhaps also feeling the back of your thighs resting on the seat. And just for a brief moment, feel the physical presence of your body in the room you're in. So feeling how the body occupies the space it's in. Feeling the space around you, but also the space within you. The space that you contain inside yourselves. And before we begin our gentle warm-up, take a moment to feel how the breath is moving through your inner space. Feel how the breath is entering the body, coming into your lungs and moving your belly. Perhaps making you feel even more grounded as you breathe in. As the breath pushes you onto the chair and the ground. Now, if you had your hands in Bhu Mudra, feel free to unfold all of your fingers, turn the palms of the hands upwards, and then just gently open and close the fingers a few times. Try and maintain a super relaxed body here with that connection through the feet and the sit bones. And then slowly turning the palms of the hands back down. We're just going to roll the shoulders just to eliminate any possible tension that we might have created in this upright posture. Nice and gentle circles on the shoulders. And then just nodding the head up and down a couple of times just to release any tension from the upper back. And here you can, if you want to, open your eyes and come back into the room. We're going to start widening these movements of the spine by moving the sit bones a little bit closer to the edge of the chair and just dropping the head down and arching the spine back and then bringing the chest forward and looking up. So before we were just moving the neck, and now we're trying to widen that movement to the whole of the spine. So inhaling, bringing the chest forward, and exhaling, just arching the spine back. Again, you decide how wide these movements are. They can be very little. Okay, and then focus on rocking your sit bones back and forth. Okay, so you want to really move the whole of the spine. And then the last to try and see if you can connect to your breath. Breathing in, we open the body up, and breathing out, we arch the spine and look down. And again, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling back to center, we're going to do some circles. We're just warming up the body here. So just drawing a circle with your shoulders over your hips, moving the weight from one sit bone to the other. And again, try and see if you can catch your breath. So we're inhaling at the front, exhaling as we move back. So lovely release for the hips here, and the lower back. And we're going to be back to center. Release the arms along the body and just side bend to one side, to the left side, coming back up. Exhaling to the other side. And again, inhaling back up. Exhaling to the left. You can drop your ear towards your shoulder as well if you want to do a full side bend of the spine. Okay, and then back to center. We're going to do it one more time. I'm going to start warming up the shoulder as well. So lifting the right arm up. Slowly down. Again, don't go too far if this is already a difficult movement. Again, nice stretch. Do that one more time on each side. Try and keep a little bit of length on the spine, so don't fully collapse into flexion of the spine. Okay, nice tall spine all the way. And we go to the other side. Inhaling, coming back to center. Pause, roll the shoulders. Just let the upper spine move together with the shoulders. So bringing the chest forward and back as you move. So same movement for the arms. We're going to take the right arm up to the sky, and we're going to take a twist. So bringing the right hand to the left hip. Inhaling back up, and exhaling, bringing the arm down. Same thing on the other side. Inhaling, exhaling into a twist. Again, keep the spine nice and tall as you can. Inhale. Exhale down. We'll do that one more time on each side. Inhale, right arm goes up. Exhaling, twisting. Inhaling to center. Exhaling down. One more. Left arm goes up. Every time, just super relaxed shoulders. Inhaling, exhaling to the right. Shoulder is really relaxed. Inhaling back up. And exhaling, bringing the hand back down. Both hands on the knees, widen the stance a little. We're going to inhale, bringing the chest up. And then as you exhale, you're going to try and come forward. You try and keep a nice neutral spine, especially the lower back. So coming forward into a bit of a forward bend. Just relaxing the lower back and the shoulders. Inhaling, lifting back up. Just one more. Go with the breath. Exhaling, coming forward. Inhaling, coming back up. And then relaxing here for a moment. I'm just going to take my socks off so that you can really see what's happening with the feet. Okay, so we're going to start our connecting to the feet. Okay, so some of the poses we're going to do later on in the practice involve us being standing up. So balancing is one of the first things that goes as we get wiser, i.e. older. Okay, so in order to be proficient in our balance, we need to know where our feet are and what they're doing. And the more you do exercises with your feet and your ankles, the more strength and the more spatial awareness you cultivate. Okay, so for this particular set, you can lie back against the back of your chair so you feel comfortable. But if you are going to do that, make sure that you're not rounding your lower back too much. Okay, so you want to keep your spine still nice and tall, even if you are supported by the back of the chair. So we're going to start from the left leg. So we're just going to stretch the left leg out, and we're going to do some circles with the ankle. Here there might be some clicks, and that's okay. Okay, we want to try and get a little bit of heat into the lower leg muscles. The more you do this, the wider the circles, the more you feel those muscles work. And then go in the other direction. So we're ready for about maybe 6 to 8 circles. Let's do a couple more. and then relax the foot down. We're going to try the other side. So we're going to do this side, the right ankle. So this side for me is very clicky because I've had a couple of bad injuries. I guess things have never been the same since. Okay, and then we're going to go in the other direction. So again, notice how the muscles of the lower leg are starting to warm up. Okay, there are no muscles in the ankle, around the ankle joints. Okay, all the muscles that move the ankle joints are in the lower leg or the foot. Okay, and again, relax. Come back to your left foot. We're going to draw the toes towards the shin, and then you're going to point the toes. So you're going to draw towards the shin and point the toes. You can do this with your heel on the ground. I just find it a little bit easier if I lift up. Let's do 3 more. So draw towards the shin, stretch it out. Again, here you might get some cramping, so just be very careful. 1 more. Okay, pause for a moment. Now, what I would like you to do is to try and fan your toes wide. For some of you, you might not be able to move them very much. Okay, so we're just taking the toes apart like I'm doing with my hand, okay? And then try and relax. And just do that a couple more times. So try and fan the toes wide. Then relax it. And again, fanning the toes wide. And relax. And the last little exercise is we're going to try and just curl the toes under. So don't move the ankle, just try and curl your toes under. Again, this is another exercise that sometimes gives cramps. So just be careful, relax, and we only do it a couple more times. So curling the toes under and relax, and 1 more. And relax. Okay, we're going to try the other side. So I'm just going to flex and point the ankle first. Again, this is another movement that you might hear some clicking. Let's do 3 more. And the last one. And try and relax, and we're going to try and widen the toes. 1 foot might feel more proficient than the other in doing this. Relax. And again, widen the toes. And relax. And 1 more. Widen the toes. And relax. And now we're going to try and curl the toes under, just the toes, don't move the ankle, and relax. And we do that a couple more times. So curl the toes under, relax, and 1 more. Curl the toes under, and relax. So that was just so that we begin to create some connection between the toes and our brain, okay, neural connection. Okay, we're just gonna tap the feet 1 at a time. Again, you feel those muscles in the lower legs becoming warm and maybe a little fatigued. Okay, and now we're going to try a little bit of rotation. Just tapping the feet in and out. Yeah, let's do just 1 more on each side and relax. Okay, so we're going to do the same that we've just done, trying to articulate the toes. Okay, we're going to try and press down through the ball of the foot. So this flat bit here, just underneath the root of the toes. Okay, and you're going to try and lift all 5 toes on the left. And then release them down and try on the right. So you're not lifting the ball of the foot off the ground, just the toes. And release. Let's do that a couple more times on each side. Left toes, all of them. And release, and then go to the other side. Notice how you feel like you want to look at your toes. Okay, just to make sure they're doing what you're telling them to do. Okay, so try again. And then we do the other side. Okay, now this is where it's going to get a little complicated, okay? Because we're trying to just lift the big toe. So try and just lift the big toe on your left, just the big toe. All the other 4 toes are down. And relax, and try the other side. And relax. Again, big toe on the left. Relax. Big toe on the right. Relax. 1 more. Big toe on the left. Relax. Big toe on the right. and relax. Okay, well, it's gonna get even more complicated now. So we're gonna do big toe on the left, then the big toe goes down, and we're gonna try and lift all the other 4 toes. So the big toe stays down, the other 4 toes come up. Release, big toe come up, same side. Bring it down, lift all the other 4 toes. Okay, this is where we just feel like we're just not in control because sometimes the toes just don't want to do what you're telling them. So just go with it. Imagine that you're doing it if it's not happening. Okay, one more repetition on this side. So the left big toes lifts. We bring it down to the ground and we lift all the other 4 toes. And release. We're going to go to the other side now. So big toe up, lower the big toe, lift all the other 4 toes. And lower down, just the big toe, and release all the other 4 toes. And release. One more. Big toe, release all the other toes. And release. Okay. Lift your heels and then your toes. Lift your heels and then your toes. Just doing that a few times just to relax. Okay, you can shake it out if you want to. A bit tricky, that one. Okay, so we're gonna heel toe the feet in and out. So you start really close, with the toes really close, and then you're gonna heel toe the feet all the way out, and then all the way in. You might have to lean over a little bit for this one, okay? Just have a little go, see how far you can go, and then come back. Again, a little bit of dexterity for our toes, our feet, and our ankles. Now, the big toes are touching or as close as you can, but your knees can be whatever is comfortable for you. Okay, we're going to try and slowly bring the soles of the feet together as close as you can. And then we're going to take the soles of the feet back down. So you're going to try and take the feet together and then release them down. So starting to engage the inner thighs and the outer rotators. Okay, we're going to do that just one more time. Feet together and then out. Okay, tap your feet. Get some energy onto the soles of your feet. We've got just one more exercise to do, and then we'll move to the big muscles of the legs. Okay, so for this one, move to the left side of the chair, but make sure both sit bones are still firmly on the chair. And then you're going to take your left foot out to the side, so that your left heel is lifting. So it's out to the side and back a little bit. So what I'd like you to do is to try and push down through the sole of the foot to feel a stretch on the sole of the foot. Okay, so you're pressing down through the ball of the foot, trying to feel a little bit of a stretch on the sole of the foot. And then you can release and do that a few times. So trying to keep the toes, my feet are really tight because I do a lot of running. So this one is very painful for me. There's a lot of knots. Okay, and then if you can, try and see if you can turn your toes under and stretch the top of the ankle. Okay, so do this carefully because it can be very uncomfortable. We're trying to stretch the muscles at the front of the ankle. Okay, and this one can be a little bit more complicated to go in and out. So just hold it for maybe 2 or 3 breaths and see how it feels. And you're actively pressing down through the front of your toes to feel that nice stretch on the front of the ankle. Okay, we're going to take it out. We're going to go to the other side. So this time is the right leg. Again, we start with that little stretch for the sole of the foot. Pressing down through the ball of the foot, and we lower the heel and then try and stretch the sole of the foot and the toes. Just doing it maybe 3 times here. Very painful. Okay, and then we try and turn the toes under, and you're kind of leaning back a little bit maybe, so that you're pressing down through the front of the foot and feeling the opening on the front of the ankle. Again, it's a bit difficult to go in and out of this one, so just hold it for 2 or 3 breaths until you feel a bit of a release at the front of the ankle and the shin. Nice big deep breath. Okay, and relax. Okay, And at this stage, your feet might feel really light now because we've added to the circulation. So we brought some fresh blood in there. Okay, so just work a little bit with those deep tissues of the fascia that get a little bit knotty. Okay, so grab hold of your chair and again lean back, but keep your lower back nice and long. We're going to lift the left leg and stretch the leg out. And we're going to do that a few times. So we're going to move to warming up the muscles of the leg. So don't worry about the breath here, just get that top of the leg working a little. And then switch to the other side. So it's almost like if you were kicking forward. Okay. You don't have to do it this fast. Okay, if you need to slow down and put the foot down between repetitions, go ahead and do that. Okay. Okay, and relax. Lean back, breathe in. As you breathe out, both hands underneath your left leg and bring the knee into the chest. Release, inhale, exhale, second side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale on the right. Inhale, one more, exhale, left leg in. Inhale, exhale, right leg in. Okay. Inhale, release, pause, sit nice and tall. The sides come out, so I'm just going to take one layer off. I'm just going to turn this way so that you can see what I'm doing. We're going to prepare for Utkatasana, chair pose. So again, scooch a little bit forward on your chair, but make sure that you're still nice and stable on it. Ground your feet and bring your feet a little bit further back than your knees, just a little bit. A nice long spine. Hold on to the sides of the chair, inhaling, and then as you exhale, try and bring your chest forward, keeping your lower back nice and long. Inhale. Exhale, gradually bringing the weight more and more onto your feet. We do that 2 more times. Inhale, try and keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. Exhaling, coming forward. And again, inhale. And exhale, coming forward. Release your hands from the chest. Stay here in this position with a nice long back. This is our inhale. As you exhale, try and see if you can bring your arms forward. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, release here. Pause and take a couple of breaths. We're going to do 2 more repetitions with the arms and the breath, just like we've just done. But this time we're going to hover the sit bones. If you don't want to lift in that way from the chair, then just repeat what we've just done. Keep your sit bones on the chair, okay? So make sure that you feel that connection with the ground. That's why we've done all that kind of connecting to the ground with the feet, okay? So turn your toes up just for a moment and feel your arches lift and the 4 corners of your feet connecting to the ground. You're connecting to the ground through a lock, a bandha, a lock, okay? A pada bandha. So relax the toes, but still try and feel those 4 corners of the feet drilling into the ground. Relax the arms. That's our inhale. Nice tall spine. As you exhale, lean forward, and this time try and see if you can just hover. Inhaling, find your chair again. Make sure your chair doesn't move as you lift. Okay, you want to be able to sit down safely. Let's do that a couple more times. Exhaling, lifting. Inhaling. We're doing this on the exhale because we're using our belly to help us lift. Okay, so inhale, nice tall spine. Exhaling through the feet and just hovering the sit bones. Inhaling, release. Okay. So you can stay on the chair, or if you want to, as you exhale, lift up and lift all the way up to standing. Just going to move this so that I'm not decapitated. Okay, you do it. Okay, so once you're standing, come to the back of your chair. We're going to resume our work with our feet. If you don't want to stand up at the back of the chair, it's fine. Just remain seated. Just mimic what I'm doing with my feet sitting down, okay? But if you're happy standing, just hold at the back of the chair. Make sure the chair doesn't slip and it's nice and safe, okay? And we're going to try and lift one heel and then the other. So again, if you're sitting down, just do this movement, but you're sitting down, one heel and then the other, okay? Try to press in through the balls of the feet. It's like if you were pedaling on a bicycle. Okay. Now come back, both heels on the ground. We're going to do both heels lift. So again, if you're just sitting down, keep pressing through the balls of the feet and lift your heels off the ground. Okay, we're going to do 3 more. Lift. Try and keep your tail tucked under if you're standing. So you get a little bit of core work, and 1 more. Actually, 2 more. Okay, if you are sitting, you're going to lift one heel, just one heel, and then you're going to try and lift the other foot off the ground if you're sitting. Okay, so you're here, you're sitting, you're lifting one heel, the opposite leg lifts and stretches. Okay, then both down and the other side. If you're standing, we're going to lift the leg the other way. Okay, so you ready? So we're going to start lifting the left heel. So we're going to lift both heels. And then if you're sitting, stretch the right leg forward. If you're standing, bring the right leg behind you. Slowly lower. Try the other side. Just a little bit of balance. If it's too much, sit down and do the modification sitting down. Okay, let's do 1 more. So lift both heels, right leg back. You don't have to lift too high. Lower down, lift, other leg, and come back. Okay. If you're sitting, bring your sit bones back towards the back of the chair. Stretch your legs out a little bit, so move your feet further forward, and then stretch your arms forward, stretching the back. If that's too much, keep your hands on your knees. Okay, it's a seated down dog. If you're standing, walk back, bend your knees, stick your bum out, and lower down. We hold it here for maybe 2 breaths. It's a nice stretch for the hamstrings. And then we slowly lift back up. Standing, turn to the side of the chair so that your chair is on your left and you're holding on to the back of the chair. Okay, and if you are sitting, just do your side bend sitting. Okay, so we're going to ground our feet. So you're just going to do what the upper body is doing. Okay, so we're going to reach up with the right arm and you're going to take a side bend towards the chair. This time it's a standing side bend. If you're sitting, just do the same as we're doing with the upper body. Inhale, exhale, lower. Just 1 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale up. And exhale, lower down. 2 options. You either turn or you just turn the chair and move to the other side. So we're going to do the other side, okay? So just turn around if that's easier. We're going to inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, taking the side bend to the other side. Breathing in, exhaling down. And 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. And good job, Paul. Good. Okay. And relax. Okay. Right, let's come back to the chair. Come and sit down. We're all going to do the same thing now. So pause here for a moment and just practice that awareness with it right at the start. So notice how your body feels now, and especially your feet. We've done a lot of work with the lower legs and the connection to the ground, okay? So for some of you, sometimes you feel even almost bruising on the soles of the feet, okay? Because we are working with that connective tissue that gets really tight and tired on our feet. Okay, so excuse me, just take a moment here to just relax. As usual, we're working with very subtle things, very subtle energies here. And it's nice to become aware of what is happening, the changes that happen to the body, even if you're doing very small movements. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Bring your hands to the seat of the chair. Bring your knees in line with your hips or as close to in line with your hips as you can. And then stretch your left leg out. Lengthen the spine and see if you can come forward a little bit. Stretch the hamstring here, so just go easy. Inhale, come back. Bring your foot back. Try the other side. Again, we're going to try and keep the chest nice and broad as you lean forward. Back to center. Widen the stance and take a forward bend. Breathe in, lift back up. Hold it here. Inhale, bring both arms up. And as you exhale, take a gentle twist, bringing your hands to your right hip. Nice and gentle. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Do that just one more time. So we'll just close the practice with a twist because that resets the spine. You don't need to reach up with your arms if that's easier for your shoulders, just to take the twist. Last one, inhaling up. Exhale. Inhaling, reaching up, bringing both feet back to center, hands at the heart. Relax the shoulders. You can bring your hands to your thighs now and let your body settle here. Again, take a couple of breaths, reconnect to the ground through the soles of your feet. Just let the breath quieten. And when you're ready, close your eyes. If you still feel that your body wants to move a little bit more, you can do whatever movement you feel you need to do before you become still. Okay, so it's just settling here, making sure that there's nothing calling for your attention. If it feels better for you to be sat where your back is supported by the back of the chair, you can just lean back and find that support. And then settle your feet so that you can feel them evenly grounded into the earth. The eyes are softly closed. And take your time to make sure that the position of your head is not too stressful for your neck or your shoulders. So you want your head, it's quite heavy, so you want it to be just hovering above the shoulders in a position that feels effortless to hold. Let your sit bones connect to the chair and feel the chair behind you. Feel your arms relaxing to the sides of your body. Soften the palms of your hands and your fingers. And feel space and lightness between the fingers and between the toes. Now imagine that you are standing in a meadow on a beautiful spring day. It's quiet, you're in the countryside, perhaps on the sides of a hill, or you might be in the mountains, wherever you feel most comfortable in. Either way, you are peaceful where you are. You feel safe and relaxed. The grass is gently swaying in the spring breeze. And you're either sitting or standing, looking at nature around you. Your attention is drawn to some beautiful trees in the distance, standing tall. And you feel so drawn to them that you can feel the same connection that they have with the earth, beginning to be created through your feet. Feeling like you are rooting into the earth through your feet, and if you're sitting down, through your legs and your sit bones. And then you feel the trunk of your body, just like the trunk of the trees, extending tall upwards towards the sky. Your arms are relaxed. You imagine that your upper body is just like the upper part of the trees with the branches and the leaves reaching upwards towards the beautiful spring sky. You feel a sense of grounding, a sense of belonging, of safety. But at the same time, you feel this sense of feeling tall and light. Imagining that there are birds flying around your upper body. There's life all around you, just like there is life at the top of the trees. The spring breeze keeps blowing and it's pleasant, whilst the warm sunshine warms your skin. You can almost smell spring in the air. Your eyes softly close so that you can fully enjoy being present right here, right now, rooted in nature. Your jaw is relaxed and nothing is calling for your attention. And just as you notice the breeze, perhaps moving your hair or your clothes, you also notice your inner breeze, your breath, that vital source of life coming in and out of your body. In through the nose and out through the nose. As you breathe in, you feel a little lighter. As you breathe out, you feel a little closer to earth, to that grounding and rooting. All of a sudden, you almost feel like one of the trees, perfectly at ease in this beautiful moment in the countryside. Now let your breath become just a little deeper. Feeling the breath stretching the sides of your ribs, the back, the front of your chest. And then allow that movement to guide you into some more small movements in the body, perhaps in the shoulders, rolling a little, perhaps in the hands, moving a little, maybe in the toes, now that you're fully connected. And begin to come back to feeling the room around you. Perhaps the head drops a little so that you can relax the neck. And we let the image of the meadow and the trees slowly fade away as we begin to feel our body on the chair. And we bring the hands softly together in front of the heart, taking a little bow with our head, taking a couple of blinks, and slowly bringing the outside world back into our inner world. And we take a moment to thank ourselves for taking the time to press the pause button today and practice yoga and mindful breathing. And we say namaste.